Do we have any control over our lives? Do we have any input over the results of the choices we make? Do we get to decide where we end up in life? Or are we at the mercy of arcane occult powers that control reality itself? I'm your host, John, and if you join me, together, we are going to ponder the imponderable. We are going to calculate the inner machinations of the space-time continuum. We are going to answer life's mysteries. You're welcome. And today, I want to talk to you about fate and destiny, because they are very different things. Right now, I am sitting in my luxurious mansion in Cape Coral, and it's raining. It's very beautiful indeed. Regardless, I was in bed last night reading a book called The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. If you haven't read it, it's a beautiful book. It's about a scientist who builds a time machine, hence the title, and travels into the far future where shenanigans ensue. Now, because I'm an intellectual, I immediately began programming my cranial neurons to calculate a wide variety of hypothetical scenarios that could result from that situation. In other words, I used my imagination to decide what I would do with the time machine. And I came up with one unanimous conclusion. Time travel is pointless and impossible. I'm going to break that down. First, traveling to the future. I don't need to do that because I'm already traveling into the future. The statement I am making right now, which is the present, was at one point the future of the past. That statement I just made is now in the past, and this is now the present, which has just become the past's future. We naturally travel into the future, as is the rule of the space-time continuum. That's why clocks tick forward, not backwards. For all you geniuses out there. So, because I don't need to travel into the future, because I do that naturally, time traveling into the future is pointless. Now I'm going to come back around to the fate and destiny thing, but before I do that, I would like to preface it by time traveling into the past. This is my time machine. It's not really a time machine, but it's my YouTube channel, it's my video. I say it's a time machine. I officially have a time machine. I have beat science. Suck it, Neil deGrasse Tyson. My time machine must be activated in order to travel into the future or travel into the past. Now, coming back around to my fate and destiny scenario, which we will discuss in a moment further, based on those two terms, the future is not set in stone. But the past is, because it already happened. Meaning that if I time travel to the past, I would be more so going back in time and reliving everything I've done in reverse. So, when you activate the time machine, what is the first thing that happens? You activate it, right? You turn it on. You flip your little switch, you've turned the little key, you push the button, and the machine activates. Maybe it takes a minute to heat up. Once the time travel back to the past process begins, in other words, time reversal, kind of like watching a VHS tape on rewind. If any of you 12-year-olds know what those are. Just kidding. Everything you did prior in that minute of the machine heating up would then be reversed. The words you say would be backwards. The actions you do would be backwards. You wouldn't even be able to relive the experience or understand what happened because the neurons that fired off in your head and perceiving the reality around you would also be reversed and gone. Meaning that you would have no recollection of that process. So, the first thing you do to activate the time travel to the past reversal time process is activate the time machine. What is the last thing you do? Let's use our heads here. What is the last thing you would do? Turn off the time machine, right? You deactivate it. Deactivating the machine is the last thing you would do because turning on the machine was the first thing you do going forward. Meaning, plain and simply, you cannot travel to a point in the past that predates the activation of said time machine. And that is why nobody from the future has ever come back to the past, and vice versa. Solved. I am a genius. I am a fucking genius. Period. End of discussion. That's not up for debate. No rebuttal. There's no versions. It's just what I say. Fact. F-A-C-T with a capital fact. Now, coming back around to the fate and destiny quandary, which started this video off, which the beginning of this video is also now in the past. That brings up the question, can you control your destiny? Do you have any control over the outcome of your decision making? I don't think so. Let me explain. You see me recording this video. You see me working out, getting in shape. Arms are getting bigger. Shoulders are coming in. Even starting to get a few pecs. I've got a push-up video coming out later today too, so look out for that. So exciting. Yeah. But because I make the decision to work out, it only has one outcome. That I get stronger. That I get bigger. Bigger and stronger. That's me. Very big, very strong. The only control I have over that scenario is not to do anything. The only way I could not get bigger and stronger is if I worked out and shoved McDonald's hamburgers up my butt. So, that fate is sealed. Maybe I'm not in the best shape yet, although I'm getting there. I'm certainly bigger and stronger than a lot of you people watching this at home. I'll bet my bottom dollar. But ultimately, time keeps going and our fates are controlled. If I decide right now that I'm hungry and I want a Big Mac and a Coke from McDonald's, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get in my car and I drive up to McDonald's. But when I get there, I decide to order the 10-piece chicken nuggets instead. Did I actively change my future by ordering the chicken nuggets over the Big Mac? Or Was I predestined to get the chicken nuggets? And the desire for the Big Mac was the catalyst that set me off on my journey into my car to McDonald's. Did wanting the Big Mac merely serve as the foundation for the process of ordering chicken nuggets? I believe so. I am a Protestant Christian, of course. Hail Jesus, God Almighty. And I believe that He has a plan. Someday, things will work out. I see a lot of people watching my videos, which I am eternally grateful for. Haven't passed 1,000 yet, but it's okay. We'll let fate decide. And given the fact that I am posting consistently, I'll be uploading another video maybe next Wednesday, Thursday, whenever I feel like it. Perhaps someday, God willing, I'll be a major success. Until then, don't worry about me getting jacked as fuck, built like Hercules, a Greek god, slowly but surely, day by day. The reason I ask this question is because I believe that our fates are sealed. Our destinies and our fates are two different things, which pretty much contradicts the last statement, but that's in the past now, and the future isn't set in stone, so I can change it. Take that. Your fate is where you might end up based on your current choices. Your destiny is where you will end up. So you can change your fate, but you cannot change your destiny. Plain and simple. Back to the Future is full of crap. Avengers Infinity War is full of crap. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey or whatever it is fake. It's made up. Doesn't matter. All hoopla. But God is none of those things. God is real. God is tangible. God controls everything. He controls the rain. He controls the moon. He controls planets and galaxies and cosmos, is far beyond science. Trust in Him. Trust in God, and your life will get better. I am already in 10 times better shape now than I was a year ago. If that isn't proof of God, if these fucking biceps, these pythons, aren't proof of God, then what is? What's the point? I suppose to you pagan atheist heathens, we're all just balls of flesh that occupy a physical space. Your fate is sealed. Your destiny is at hand. Your fate is on its way. So, moral of the story is, don't worry so much about the future. Focus on the present. And in doing so, you will improve your future. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me whatever you want. I appreciate the feedback. But hey, keep it real, and thanks for watching.